Do you know who my father is? He signs your paychecks. You work for MY family. Those words hang in the air like poison gas. The entire courtroom freezes. Judge Frank Caprio stares at the young woman standing before him. His face shows no emotion. But his eyes tell a different story. This is Providence Municipal Court. A Tuesday morning in October. The room is packed. 50 people sit in wooden benches. They're here for parking tickets, traffic violations, small stuff, normal stuff. But nothing about today is normal. If you believe justice should be equal for everyone, you'll want to see what happens next. Because what unfolds in the next hour will restore your faith in the system. Let me take you back to the beginning. The bailiff stands up. He's a tall man with gray hair. His uniform is crisp and clean. He clears his throat. Case number 2025, TR 91847, he announces. The State versus Vanessa Hayes. Failure to stop at accident scene. Reckless driving. Improper lane change. A woman sits in the front row. Her name is Rosa Delgado. She's 41 years old. She wears blue hospital scrubs, the kind with cartoon teddy bears on them. She's a pediatric nurse at Rhode Island Hospital. She works the overnight shift, midnight to 8 in the morning. Then she goes home. She sleeps for 4 hours. Then she wakes up to take care of her mother. Her mother has Alzheimer's disease. She can't be left alone. Rosa is here because 3 weeks ago, someone hit her car. She was stopped at a red light on Hope Street, just sitting there, waiting for green. Then BEM. Her whole car lurched forward. Her neck snapped back. Her coffee spilled everywhere. The other car didn't stop. It swerved around her, drove away, fast. Rosa called the police. She gave them a license plate number. She wrote it down on a napkin from Dunkin' Donuts. Her hands were shaking, but she got every letter, every number. Now her neck hurts all the time. She can't turn her head without pain. Physical therapy costs money. Money she doesn't have. Her car needs a new bumper. That costs money too. Her insurance company is fighting her. They say she needs to prove it wasn't her fault. She's here hoping for justice, hoping someone will make this right. The courtroom doors open. In walks Vanessa Hayes. She's 23 years old. Tall. Blonde hair pulled back in a perfect ponytail. Not a single hair out of place. She wears a cream-colored blazer. It's Chanel. The buttons are real gold. Underneath is a silk blouse. Hermes. Her pants are tailored perfectly. Gucci. Her shoes are Christian Louboutin heels. Red bottoms. You can hear them click on the tile floor. Click, click, click. On her wrist is a Cartier watch. It sparkles under the fluorescent lights. Diamonds circle the face. That watch costs $45,000. Rosa's entire yearly salary. Vanessa carries a Prada handbag. White leather. She holds it like it's a shield, like it protects her. Her face shows exactly what she thinks about being here. Her lips are pressed tight. Her eyebrows are raised. She looks around the courtroom like she's looking at garbage on the sidewalk. Behind her walks her lawyer. His name is Mitchell Cross. He's 55 years old. Expensive suit. Slicked back hair. Leather briefcase. He whispers something to Vanessa. She nods. She doesn't look worried. Not even a little bit. They walk to the defendant's table. Vanessa sits down. She crosses her legs. She places her purse on the table. Then she pulls out her phone. An iPhone 15 Pro Max rose gold. She starts scrolling through her Instagram. Judge Frank Caprio watches all of this. He's 78 years old. He's been a judge for 40 years. He's seen everything. Rich people, poor people, angry people, scared people. He's seen defendants who cry, defendants who yell, defendants who beg. But he's rarely seen someone look so completely unbothered. Ms. Hayes, Judge Caprio says. His voice is calm, professional. Please put your phone away and give the court your attention. Vanessa looks up, slowly, like she's doing him a huge favor. She puts the phone in her purse. The zipper makes a loud sound in the quiet courtroom. Thank you, Judge Caprio says. Do you understand why you're here today? Vanessa shrugs. Actually shrugs. One shoulder up, one shoulder down. Her lawyer jumps in. Your Honor, my client is aware of the charges. We're prepared to address them. I'd like to hear from Ms. Hayes, Judge Caprio says. His eyes stay on Vanessa. Vanessa sighs. A long, dramatic sigh. I know why I'm here, she says. But honestly, this is a waste of everyone's time. People in the courtroom shift in their seats. Did she just say that? Out loud. Judge Caprio leans forward. A waste of time. Can you explain what you mean? I mean, Vanessa says, this is so minor. It's barely even a thing. My insurance will handle it. That's what insurance is for. Rosa sits up straighter in her seat. Her hands grip her purse. She's been waiting 3 weeks for this moment. 3 weeks of pain. 3 weeks of phone calls with insurance companies. 3 weeks of worry. Ms. Hayes, Judge Caprio, says you're charged with leaving the scene of an accident. That's not minor. A woman was injured. Do you have anything to say about that? Vanessa tilts her head. I didn't even know I hit anyone. I felt a tiny bump. I thought I ran over a pothole or something. So I kept driving. Is that a crime? The prosecutor stands up. Her name is Jennifer Walsh. She's 34 years old. She's been doing this job for 6 years. She's prosecuted hundreds of cases. But something about this one makes her blood boil. Your Honor, Jennifer says, may I present evidence? Please do, Judge Caprio says. Jennifer walks to the front. She holds a tablet. On the tablet is a video. This is footage from a traffic camera at the intersection of Hope Street and 4th Street. The date is September 18th. The time is 7:47 a.m. She presses play. The video shows on the big screen at the front of the courtroom. Everyone can see it clearly. The video shows 2 cars. One is Rosa's, a 2012 Honda Civic, silver. It stopped at a red light, just sitting there, waiting. Then comes the second car, a white Mercedes G-Wagon, brand new. It's going fast, too fast. It swerves into the lane behind Rosa. The brake lights come on. Too late. The Mercedes crashes into the Honda. Hard. You can see Rosa's head snap back. You can see her car jerk forward. Then the Mercedes backs up. It swerves around Rosa's car. It drives through the red light. It speeds away. The courtroom is silent. Everyone just watched a hit and run happen on video. Clear as day. Tiny bump. Judge Caprio says. He looks at Vanessa. That looked like a significant impact to me. Vanessa waves her hand. Dismissive. Like she's swatting away a fly. The video makes it look worse than it was. Cameras do that. Everyone knows that. Her lawyer touches her arm. Vanessa, he whispers. But she pulls away. What, she says to him. Loud enough for everyone to hear. It's true. Judge Caprio writes something on his notepad. His pen scratches across the paper. The sound is loud in the quiet room. Ms. Hayes, he says, did you or did you not feel the impact? I told you, Vanessa says. Her voice has an edge now. Annoyance. I felt something small. I thought it was road damage. I didn't know I hit another car. But you didn't stop to check, Judge Caprio says. Why would I? I was late for brunch. The words come out so casually, so easily, like they make perfect sense. A man in the back row mutters something. A woman shakes her head. Jennifer Walsh speaks up again. Your Honor, we have more evidence. I'm listening, Judge Caprio says. Jennifer pulls up another image. It's a photo of Vanessa's Mercedes. Taken the same day. You can see the front bumper. It's cracked. Paint is scraped off. There's a dent. This photo was taken by Officer Michael Torres, Jennifer says. He pulled Ms. Hayes over that same day. About 2 hours after the accident. He noticed the damage to her vehicle. He asked her about it. Would you like to hear what she said? Yes, Judge Caprio says. Officer Torres stands up from the back of the courtroom. He walks forward. He's 29 years old. Been a cop for 5 years. He takes the witness stand. Officer Torres, Judge Caprio says, please tell us what happened when you pulled over Ms. Hayes. Officer Torres nods. I saw her Mercedes on Thayer Street. I noticed the front end damage. Fresh damage. So I pulled her over. I asked for her license and registration. Then I asked about the damage to her vehicle. What did she say? Judge Caprio asks. She said, and I quote, some idiot probably hit me in a parking lot. People can't drive in this city. More sounds from the courtroom. Gasps. Whispers. Someone says no way under their breath. I told her about the hit and run report, Officer Torres continues. I told her that her license plate matched the one from the scene. I asked if she'd been on Hope Street that morning. And her response? She said she didn't remember. She said she drives all over the city. She couldn't possibly remember every street. Judge Caprio looks at Vanessa. Is this accurate? Vanessa examines her nails. Her manicure is perfect. French tips. I don't recall the exact conversation, she says. Her lawyer leans over. He whispers urgently in her ear. His face is red. He looks stressed. Vanessa nods, but doesn't look concerned. Jennifer Walsh isn't done. Your Honor, we also have phone records. She pulls up another document. At 7:52 a.m., 5 minutes after the accident, Ms. Hayes made a phone call. She called her father, Senator Richard Hayes. The call lasted 3 minutes. She pauses. At 8:15 a.m., the Providence Police Department received a call from the Senator's Chief of Staff. That person asked to speak to the captain. They suggested that this matter could be handled quietly. Those were their exact words. Handled quietly. The courtroom explodes. People start talking. The bailiff stands up. Order, Judge Caprio says. His voice isn't loud, but everyone stops talking immediately. That's the power of his presence. Judge Caprio looks at Vanessa. Really looks at her. Ms. Hayes, did you ask your father to intervene on your behalf? Vanessa finally shows emotion. She sits up straight. Her eyes flash. My father cares about me. Of course he tried to help. That's what family does. Help how? Judge Caprio asks. By attempting to interfere with a police investigation. It wasn't interference, Vanessa says. Her voice rises. It was just a conversation. People have conversations. That's not illegal. Mitchell Cross, her lawyer, tries again. Your Honor, perhaps we could. No, Vanessa interrupts him. She actually interrupts her own lawyer. I want to speak. Mitchell closes his eyes. He looks like a man watching a car crash in slow motion. He can see what's coming. He can't stop it. Vanessa stands up. Your Honor, let's be real here. This whole thing is ridiculous. So I bumped someone's old car. So what? My insurance will pay for it. That's literally what insurance is for. I don't understand why I have to be here. Why I have to waste my morning. Do you know what I could be doing right now? Judge Caprio raises his eyebrows. What could you be doing? I have a business meeting, Vanessa says. I run a consulting company. I have clients. Important clients. People are waiting for me. They'll have to wait a little longer, Judge Caprio says. Because we're not finished here. Vanessa's mouth opens, then closes. She sits back down. Hard. The chair scrapes against the floor. Judge Caprio turns to Rosa. Ms. Delgado, would you please come forward? Rosa stands. Her legs shake a little. She walks to the front. She's never been in court before. Never testified about anything. She's nervous. Ms. Delgado, Judge Caprio says gently, can you tell us what happened on September 18th? Rosa takes a breath. I was stopped at a red light, she says. Her voice is quiet. I was going home from work. My shift ended at 8. I work at the hospital. I'm a nurse. What kind of nurse? Judge Caprio asks. Pediatric. I take care of sick children. Her voice cracks a little. That morning was hard. We lost a patient. A little boy. 4 years old. Leukemia. The courtroom is completely silent. You could hear a pin drop. I was sitting at the light, Rosa continues. I was thinking about that little boy. About his parents. Then someone hit me. Hard. My neck snapped back. Coffee went everywhere. I looked in my mirror. I saw a white Mercedes. I tried to see the driver. But they backed up. They drove around me. They ran the red light. They just left. A tear rolls down her cheek. She wipes it away quickly. I couldn't work for a week, she says. My neck hurt too much. I couldn't turn my head. I couldn't lift patients. I had to use all my sick days. I don't have any left now. If I get sick, I can't call out. What about your car? Judge Caprio asks. My insurance company says I need to pay the deductible first. That's $500. I don't have it. So my bumper is held on with zip ties. It's embarrassing, but I can't afford to fix it yet. Do you have any other expenses from this accident? Physical therapy, Rosa says. The doctor says I need it. My neck still hurts. But physical therapy costs $40 per session. I need to go twice a week. That's $80 a week. $320 a month. I can't afford that either. So I just live with the pain. She looks at Vanessa. Direct eye contact. I don't understand how someone can just hit another person and drive away. Like they're not even human. Like they don't matter. Vanessa rolls her eyes. Actually rolls her eyes. People see it. Multiple people gasp. Is something funny, Ms. Hayes? Judge Caprio asks. His voice has steel in it now. No, Vanessa says. I just think this is being blown way out of proportion. She's fine. She's standing right there. She's fine. She's in pain, Judge Caprio says. Everyone has pain, Vanessa shoots back. Life is painful. You deal with it. You don't whine about it in court. Mitchell Cross puts his head in his hands. He knows his client just made everything worse. Way worse. Rosa's eyes fill with tears. But she doesn't cry. She stands tall. Dignified. Judge Caprio writes more notes. His pen moves quickly across the page. Ms. Hayes, he says, I'd like you to explain something to me. You hit another car. You saw the damage. You felt the impact. You drove away. Why? I told you, Vanessa says. I didn't know it was a big deal. I thought it was nothing. But Officer Torres told you about the hit-and-run report. He told you that you were identified. What did you do then? I called my lawyer, Vanessa says. Like this is obvious. Before or after you called your father? Vanessa pauses. I don't remember. Jennifer Walsh stands up again. Your Honor, the phone records show she called her father first. Then her father called his chief of staff. Then his chief of staff called the police department. Then his chief of staff called the district attorney's office. Then, finally, Ms. Hayes called her lawyer. She lets that sink in. In other words, the first instinct wasn't to take responsibility. It was to make it go away. Judge Caprio nods slowly. Ms. Hayes, do you believe that was the right course of action? Vanessa shrugs again. I wanted advice for my family. That's normal. Advice about what? About how to handle this situation. Handle it how? Vanessa hesitates. For the first time, she looks uncertain. I don't know. Just handle it. Make it disappear. Judge Caprio asks. I didn't say that. But that's what you meant. You're putting words in my mouth. I'm asking you to explain your actions. Vanessa stands up again. Her lawyer tries to pull her back down. She shakes him off. Fine, she says. Her voice is loud now. Aggressive. You want the truth? Yes. I wanted this to go away. Because it's stupid. It's a minor fender bender. In any other city, this wouldn't even go to court. But here? In Providence. I have to waste an entire day because some woman claims her neck hurts. Claims. Rosa says. Her voice is stronger now. Angry. You think I'm lying? I think people exaggerate, Vanessa says. She turns to face Rosa. I think people see an opportunity. They see someone with money. They think, how can I get some of that? They play victim. They milk it. The courtroom erupts. Multiple people shout at once. The bailiff stands up. Order, he yells. Judge Caprio bangs his gavel. Once. Twice. 3 times. Quiet. Everyone stops. Judge Caprio's face is red. His jaw is tight. Ms. Hayes, sit down. Now. Vanessa sits. But she's not done. I'm just being honest, she mutters. Honest. Judge Caprio says. You want to talk about honesty? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how you lied to a police officer. Let's talk about how you tried to use your father's influence. Let's talk about how you've shown absolutely zero remorse for injuring another person. I didn't injure her, Vanessa says. She probably hurt herself and blamed me. That's it. That's the line. The nuclear quote. Judge Caprio stands up. He's not a tall man. But right now he seems huge. Powerful. Say that again, he says quietly. Dangerously. Vanessa realizes she went too far. But she's committed now. Pride won't let her back down. I said what I said. 10 seconds of silence. Complete silence. Nobody moves. Nobody breathes. Then a man in the 3rd row stands up. He's wearing a military uniform. Navy. He's been listening this whole time. That's disgusting, he says. Absolutely disgusting. The bailiff walks toward him. Sir, please sit down. How can I sit? The man says. How can anyone sit and listen to this? This woman injured someone. She drove away. She lied about it. And now she's calling the victim a liar? That's shameful. Other people start agreeing. He's right. This is wrong. Someone needs to do something. Judge Caprio bangs his gavel. Everyone please calm down. I understand your feelings. But I need order in this courtroom. The Navy veteran sits down slowly. He shakes his head. Disappointed. Judge Caprio turns back to Vanessa. His face is calm now. Perfectly calm. That's more terrifying than anger. Ms. Hayes, he says, I've been a judge for 40 years. I've seen thousands of cases. Thousands of defendants. Some are guilty. Some are innocent. Some are sorry. Some are not. But rarely, very rarely, do I see someone like you. He pauses. Someone so completely unable to understand what they did wrong. Someone so wrapped up in their own world that they can't see beyond it. Someone who believes the rules don't apply to them. Vanessa opens her mouth. Judge Caprio holds up his hand. I'm not finished, he says. You hit another person's car. You injured them. You drove away without stopping. That's a crime. Multiple crimes, actually. Leaving the scene of an accident. Reckless driving. Failure to yield. He picks up a piece of paper. Then you lied to police. That's another crime. Then you, or someone acting on your behalf, attempted to interfere with the investigation. That's yet another crime. But this court isn't just about crimes, he continues. It's about people. Real people with real lives. Ms. Delgado isn't just a case number. She's a human being. She's a nurse who saves children's lives. She works overnight shifts. She takes care of her sick mother. She does all of this while dealing with pain. Pain that you caused. He looks at Vanessa. Really looks at her. Can you understand that? Can you understand that your actions hurt someone? A real person? Not a statistic. Not an insurance claim. A person. Vanessa looks away. I didn't mean to hurt anyone, she says. Quietly. But you did, Judge Caprio says. Intentions don't erase consequences. You hurt her. Then you made it worse by lying. Then you made it even worse by trying to use your father's position. And now, here in this courtroom, you've made it worse again by attacking her character. He sets down the paper. Let me ask you something, Ms. Hayes. Do you know what accountability means? Vanessa doesn't answer. It means taking responsibility, Judge Caprio says. It means admitting when you're wrong. It means facing consequences. It means trying to make things right. He pauses. Have you done any of those things? Vanessa's chin trembles. Just a little. Just for a second. No, she whispers. What was that? Judge Caprio asks. No, Vanessa says louder. I haven't. Why not? Vanessa's eyes get wet. I don't know. I think you do know, Judge Caprio says. I think you didn't take responsibility because you didn't think you had to. You thought your money would protect you. Your father's position would protect you. Your lawyer would protect you. You thought you could say and do whatever you wanted, and someone would clean it up. He leans forward. Am I wrong? Vanessa doesn't answer. She stares at the table. Ms. Hayes, look at me. She looks up. Tears run down her face now. Her perfect makeup is ruined. Mascara streaks her cheeks. I'm asking you a question, Judge Caprio says. Did you believe you were above consequences? Yes, Vanessa says. The word comes out like a sob. Yes, I did. The courtroom is silent again. But it's a different kind of silence. Before it was angry silence. Now it's shocked silence. She actually admitted it. Judge Caprio nods. Thank you for being honest. Finally. He picks up his notes. Now, we come to the sentencing portion of this hearing. The prosecutor has made recommendations. Your lawyer has made recommendations. I've listened to all the evidence. I've heard from you. I've heard from Ms. Delgado. I've observed your behavior. And I've made my decision. Mitchell Cross stands up. Your Honor, if I may. You may not, Judge Caprio says. Not rudely, but firmly. Your client has said more than enough. It's my turn to speak. He looks at Vanessa. Stand up, please. Vanessa stands. Her legs shake. She holds the table for support. Vanessa Carmichael Hayes, Judge Caprio says formally, you have been found responsible for leaving the scene of an accident with personal injury, reckless driving, improper lane change, and making false statements to a police officer. Do you understand these charges? Yes, Vanessa whispers. I'm now going to announce your sentence, he says. This sentence has multiple components. Each component is designed not just to punish you, but to educate you, to help you understand what you did wrong, and hopefully to help you become a better person. He puts on his reading glasses. Component 1, financial penalties. You are hereby ordered to pay $15,250 in fines and court costs. Vanessa barely reacts. That's nothing to her. Her watch costs more than that. Judge Caprio sees this. He expected it. You will also pay restitution to Ms. Delgado. This amount will cover her medical bills, lost wages, car repairs, and physical therapy for 1 year. The exact amount will be calculated by the court financial office, but it will be no less than $12,000. You will pay this within 90 days. Vanessa nods. Still not worried? Money isn't a problem. Component 2. Driver's license suspension. Your license is suspended for 180 days. 6 months. During this time, you may not operate a motor vehicle. You may not drive. Not your Mercedes. Not any car. If you are caught driving during this suspension, you will face criminal charges. Do you understand? Yes, Vanessa says. Now she looks worried. How will she get around? She's never taken the bus in her life. Component 3. Community service. This is where things get interesting. Judge Caprio takes off his glasses. He looks at Vanessa. You said Ms. Delgado probably hurt herself and blamed you. You said people exaggerate their pain. You called her a liar. You dismissed her suffering. He pauses. So here's what you're going to do. You are ordered to complete 300 hours of community service. Not at a nice charity gala. Not at an event where you can take pictures for Instagram. Real service. Hard service. He pulls out another paper. You will serve these hours at Rhode Island Hospital. The same hospital where Ms. Delgado works. You will work in the emergency department. You will assist nurses. You will clean rooms. You will change bed sheets. You will mop floors. You will empty bedpans. You will do whatever the nursing staff asks you to do. Vanessa's face goes white. What? She breathes. Every Saturday and Sunday, Judge Caprio continues. From 7 in the morning until 5 in the evening. 10 hours per day. That's 20 hours per week. For 15 weeks. You'll work holidays too. Thanksgiving. Christmas. New Year's. No exceptions. I can't, Vanessa says. I have a business. I have commitments. You should have thought about that before you drove away from that accident, Judge Caprio says. Your commitments are now to this court and to the people you serve. He's not done. You will wear hospital scrubs. The same ones the real nurses wear. You will not wear designer clothes. You will not wear jewelry. You will not bring your phone into patient areas. You will clock in and clock out. Your supervisor will be Ms. Delgado. Vanessa's mouth falls open. You're putting me under her supervision. I am, Judge Caprio says. She's going to evaluate your work. She's going to sign off on your hours. She's going to teach you what it means to care for other people, to put their needs above your own, to work when you're tired, to help people who are suffering. This is humiliating, Vanessa says. Good, Judge Caprio says. Humiliation is part of learning humility, and you need to learn that. People in the courtroom start nodding. Someone starts clapping, then another person, then another. Soon half the courtroom is applauding. Judge Caprio bangs his gavel. Order, please. But he's not angry about it. He's satisfied. Component 4, Public Accountability. You will write a 5,000-word essay. The topic is what I learned about privilege and responsibility. This essay must be handwritten, not typed. Handwritten. You will submit it to the court. If the court approves it, you will read it aloud at a community forum. Vanessa looks like she might throw up. Component 5, Driver Safety Course. You will complete an advanced driver safety course. You will learn about the consequences of reckless driving. You will watch videos of accident victims. You will hear from families who lost loved ones. You will learn what it really means to be responsible behind the wheel. Component 6, Probation. You are placed on probation for 2 years. During this time you will check in with a probation officer monthly. You will submit to random drug and alcohol testing. You will not commit any crimes. If you violate probation in any way, you will face jail time. Up to 1 year. Vanessa's crying now. Full-on crying. Her shoulders shake. Tears pour down her face. And finally, Component 7, Contempt of Court. Your behavior in this courtroom today was unacceptable. You interrupted your attorney. You disrespected this court. You attacked a witness. You showed contempt for the entire legal system. Judge Caprio's voice is hard now. For that contempt, you are sentenced to 15 days in the custody of the Rhode Island Department of Corrections. This sentence begins immediately. What? Vanessa screams. You can't put me in jail. I can and I am, Judge Caprio says. Bailiff, please take Ms. Hayes into custody. The bailiff walks forward. He's holding handcuffs. Real handcuffs. Metal ones. No, Vanessa says. She backs away. No, please. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. You'll have 15 days to think about how sorry you are, Judge Caprio says. The bailiff reaches Vanessa. Ma'am, please put your hands behind your back. Vanessa looks at her lawyer. Do something. Mitchell, do something. Mitchell stands up. Your Honor, this is excessive. My client. Your client had every opportunity to show respect, Judge Caprio says. She chose not to. This is the consequence. The sentence stands. Please, Vanessa begs. She's sobbing now. Makeup runs down her face. Her perfect hair is coming loose. Please don't do this. I'll do anything. Anything. I'll apologize. I'll pay more money. Please. The bailiff puts the handcuffs on her wrists. Click. Click. The sound echoes through the courtroom. Vanessa looks at Rosa. I'm sorry, she cries. I'm so sorry. I was wrong. I was so wrong. Please tell him. Please tell the judge I'm sorry. Rosa stands up. She walks closer. She looks at Vanessa. Right in the eyes. I accept your apology, Rosa says quietly. But you still need to face consequences. That's how you learn. That's how you grow. Vanessa nods. She can't speak anymore. She's crying too hard. The bailiff leads her away. Her expensive heels click on the floor. Click, click, click. But now the sound is different. Now it sounds like defeat. The side door closes behind her. She's gone. The courtroom sits in stunned silence. Nobody knows what to do. What to say. Judge Caprio looks at Rosa. Ms. Delgado, the court apologizes for what you endured today. The things Ms. Hayes said were unacceptable. But I hope you saw that in this courtroom, everyone is equal. Money doesn't matter. Position doesn't matter. Only truth matters. Only justice matters. Rosa wipes her eyes. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for listening to me. You deserve to be heard, Judge Caprio says. And you will be compensated. Every penny you're owed, you'll receive. The court will make sure of it. It's not about the money, Rosa says. Not really. It's about being seen, being respected, being treated like I matter. You do matter, Judge Caprio says. More than you know. Rosa sits back down. She's shaking. From relief. From emotion. From the weight of everything finally being off her shoulders. Judge Caprio addresses the courtroom. Let this be a lesson to everyone here. The law applies to everyone. Rich or poor. Young or old. Connected or unknown. In this courtroom, we are all equal. We all answer to the same rules. We all face the same consequences. He bangs his gavel one final time. This court is adjourned. People start filing out. They talk quietly among themselves. Some look satisfied. Some look shocked. Everyone looks like they just witnessed something important. Rosa walks out into the hallway. A reporter approaches her. Ms. Delgado, can I ask you a few questions? I need to get to work, Rosa says. I have a shift in an hour. Just one question, the reporter says. How do you feel about the sentence? Rosa thinks for a moment. I feel like justice was served. Not because she's going to jail. Not because she has to pay money. But because maybe, just maybe, she'll learn something. She'll learn to see people like me. People who work hard. People who struggle. People who matter just as much as she does. She walks away. Back to her car with the zip-tied bumper. Back to her life. But her step is lighter now. Her shoulders are straighter. She feels heard. She feels seen. She feels valued. Meanwhile, in a cell at the Providence Police Department holding facility, Vanessa sits on a hard bench. No pillow. No blanket. Just concrete and metal. The walls are gray. The light is harsh. It smells like disinfectant and desperation. She's still wearing her Chanel blazer. Her Christian Louboutin heels. Her Cartier watch. But none of it matters here. None of it protects her. None of it makes this easier. An officer walks by. Hayes. Phone call. Vanessa stands up. Her legs are stiff. She's been sitting for 2 hours. They take her to a phone on the wall. She dials her father's number. It rings 4 times. Then voicemail. You've reached Senator Richard Hayes. Please leave a message. Vanessa's voice breaks. Daddy, it's me. I need you. Please. I'm at the police station. They're holding me for 15 days. Dad, please. I need you to fix this. She hangs up. She tries her mother. Same thing. Voicemail. She tries 5 more people. Friends. Business associates. Everyone goes to voicemail. Either they're busy, or they're avoiding her. The officer comes back. Time's up. Back to your cell. Vanessa walks back. The cell door clangs shut behind her. The sound is so final, so permanent. She sits on the bench. She pulls her knees to her chest. She rocks back and forth. This isn't supposed to happen to people like her. People like her don't go to jail. People like her don't sit in cells. People like her have people who fix things. But not this time. Not today. For the first time in her life, Vanessa is truly alone. No money can help her. No connections can save her. No lawyer can get her out early. She has to sit here. For 15 days. With nothing but her thoughts. And those thoughts are loud. They replay the courtroom scene over and over. They replay what she said to Rosa. How she dismissed her pain. How she called her a liar. How she used her father's name like a weapon. She's starting to understand what Judge Caprio meant. About accountability. About consequences. About treating people with respect. But understanding doesn't make it easier. Understanding doesn't make the bench softer or the cell warmer. Understanding just makes the shame deeper. 15 days later, Vanessa walks out of jail. Her father's car is waiting. A black Escalade. Her father sits in the back. He doesn't look at her. He stares straight ahead. "Get in," he says. Vanessa climbs in. She hasn't showered in a day. Her hair is greasy. Her clothes are wrinkled. She smells bad. She knows she smells bad. "Dad, Don't," Senator Hayes says. "Just don't." They ride in silence. The car pulls up to her apartment building. Vanessa reaches for the door handle. "Before you go," her father says, "I need to say something." Vanessa waits. "I called the police captain," he says. "I asked him to handle this quietly. That was wrong. I enabled your behavior. I've been enabling it for years. No more." Vanessa's eyes widen. "You're going to complete every hour of that community service," he continues. "Every single hour. You're going to write that essay. You're going to do everything Judge Caprio ordered. And I'm not going to help you. You're on your own." "But Dad." "No buts," he says. "You need to learn that actions have consequences. I should have taught you that years ago. But I was afraid of being tough on you. I thought money could solve everything. I was wrong. Dead wrong." He finally looks at her. "I love you, Vanessa. But I don't like who you've become. And that's partly my fault. So I'm fixing it. By letting you fix yourself." The car door opens. A driver stands there waiting. Vanessa gets out. She stands on the sidewalk. She watches the Escalade drive away. She's never felt more alone. But she's not alone for long. Her phone buzzes. It's an email from Rhode Island Hospital. Her community service schedule. She starts Saturday. 5 days from now. 7 in the morning. She reads the name of her supervisor. Rosa Delgado, RN. Pediatric unit. Vanessa sits down on the curb. She puts her head in her hands. What has she done? What has she become? The next Saturday morning, Vanessa wakes up at 5:30. She hasn't woken up this early since high school. Maybe ever. She puts on the hospital scrubs they sent her. Blue. Plain. No designer labels. No fancy details. Just simple blue cotton. She looks in the mirror. Without makeup. Without jewelry. Without expensive clothes. She looks ordinary. Normal. Human. She takes the bus. The bus. She's never been on a city bus before. She doesn't know how to pay. A kind older woman shows her. "You tap your card here, honey." "Thank you," Vanessa says. The bus is crowded. She stands holding a pole. A man offers her his seat. "You look like you're going to the hospital," he says. "I am," Vanessa says. "Me too," he says. "My wife is a janitor there. 20 years. Hard work, but honest work." Vanessa nods. She doesn't know what to say. She arrives at the hospital at 6:50. 10 minutes early. She checks in at the volunteer office. A woman gives her a badge. "Supervise community service," it says in red letters. "You're with Rosa Delgado," the woman says. 4th floor. Pediatrics. Vanessa takes the elevator. Her hands shake. What will Rosa say to her? Will she be cruel? Will she yell? She finds Rosa at the nurse's station. Rosa is typing on a computer. She looks up. Their eyes meet. "Ms. Hayes," Rosa says. "Professional. Neutral." "Ms. Delgado," Vanessa says. "I'm here for my community service." "I know," Rosa says. She stands up. "Follow me." She leads Vanessa down the hall. They pass room after room. In each room is a child. Sick children. Children with 4 poles. Children with bandages. Children who are fighting for their lives. "This is the pediatric oncology unit," Rosa says. "Cancer. These kids have cancer." Vanessa's breath catches. They're so young. Some are toddlers. Some are teenagers. All of them look tired. Pale. Fragile. Your first task, Rosa says, is room cleaning. After a patient is discharged or moved, we need to deep clean the room. You'll strip the bed, bag the linens, disinfect every surface, mop the floor, restock supplies, make it ready for the next patient. She hands Vanessa cleaning supplies, gloves, disinfectant spray, paper towels, a mop, a bucket. Room 412 just opened up, Rosa says. Get to work. Vanessa walks to room 412. The room is a mess. The bed is unmade. There's medical equipment everywhere. Wrappers on the floor. A stuffed animal on the chair. She picks up the stuffed animal. It's a bear. Worn. Well-loved. Someone left it behind. Excuse me. A small voice says. Vanessa turns. A little girl stands in the doorway. She's maybe 6 years old. She's bald. No hair. Chemotherapy. She's holding an 4-pole. Is that Mr. Snuggles? The girl asks. Is this yours? Vanessa asks. The girl nods. I thought I lost him. I was so sad. Vanessa hands her the bear. The girl hugs it tight. Thank you, the girl says. Then she shuffles away. Back to her room. Back to her treatment. Back to fighting cancer at age 6. Vanessa stands there holding cleaning supplies. Something shifts inside her. Something cracks. All the walls she's built. All the defenses. They start to crumble. She spends the next 10 hours cleaning rooms. Changing sheets. Mopping floors. Her back hurts. Her feet hurt. Her hands are red from the disinfectant. But she keeps working. At lunch, she sits in the break room. The staff ignore her. They've heard about her. They know why she's here. They don't trust her yet. Rosa comes in. She pours coffee. She glances at Vanessa. How's it going? Hard, Vanessa admits. I've never worked like this before. Welcome to the real world, Rosa says. But her tone isn't mean. Just matter of fact. Can I ask you something? Vanessa says. Rosa nods. That little girl. The one with the bear. Is she going to be okay? Rosa's face softens. Lily. Her name is Lily. She has acute lymphoblastic leukemia. She's been here for 3 months. She's responding well to treatment. We think she'll make it. We think. Vanessa says. You don't know for sure. We never know for sure, Rosa says. That's why we do everything we can. We fight for every day. Every hour. Every breath. She looks at Vanessa. That's what I do. Every shift. I fight for kids like Lily. I hold their hands when they're scared. I clean up their vomit. I change their bandages. I celebrate their victories. I cry over their losses. That's my job. That's what you dismissed as exaggeration. Vanessa's eyes fill with tears. I'm so sorry, she whispers. I didn't understand. I didn't know. No, Rosa says. You didn't. But now you're learning. Week after week, Vanessa shows up. 7 a.m. Every Saturday and Sunday. She cleans rooms. She delivers food trays. She helps nurses. She pushes wheelchairs. She reads books to kids who are too sick to read themselves. She meets a boy named Marcus. He's 13. He has bone cancer. He loves basketball. He can't play anymore. So Vanessa sits with him. She watches games with him on TV. She learns the players' names. She learns the rules. You're not so bad, Marcus says one day, for a rich girl doing punishment. Vanessa laughs. Actually laughs. Thanks, I think. Why'd you get in trouble? Marcus asks. I hurt someone, Vanessa says honestly. And I didn't care. I was selfish and cruel. Do you care now? Marcus asks. Vanessa thinks about it. Yes. I care now. Good, Marcus says. Caring is important. It's like the most important thing. Week 8, Vanessa comes in for her shift. Rosa pulls her aside. I need your help with something different today, Rosa says. Okay, Vanessa says. Rosa leads her to room 418. Inside is a teenage girl, maybe 16. She's sleeping. Her parents sit next to the bed. They look exhausted. Destroyed. This is Emma, Rosa says quietly. She was in a car accident. A hit and run. The other driver never stopped. She has severe brain trauma. We don't know if she'll wake up. Vanessa feels like she's been punched in the stomach. She can't breathe. A hit and run. Rosa nods. Just like what you did. But in Emma's case, the injuries were worse. I could have done this, Vanessa whispers. If Rosa had been going faster. If the impact had been different. This could have been her. Yes, Rosa says. It could have. That's why leaving the scene is so serious. You don't know what you've done. You don't know how badly someone is hurt. And you don't stay to find out. Vanessa starts crying. Right there in the hospital hallway. Full, ugly crying. I'm so sorry, she sobs. I'm so sorry. Rosa doesn't comfort her. She just watches. Tell Emma's parents you're sorry. What? Go in there, Rosa says. Tell them what you did. Tell them you're sorry. Let them know that at least in your case, there was justice. Vanessa walks into the room. Her legs feel like jelly. Emma's mother looks up. Her eyes are red from crying. Excuse me, Vanessa says. Her voice shakes. I don't mean to intrude. I just wanted to say something. Emma's father stands up. Who are you? My name is Vanessa, she says. I'm doing community service here. I was in a hit-and-run accident too. Except I was the driver who left. I hit someone and drove away. Emma's mother gasps. You what? I'm not telling you this to make you angry, Vanessa says quickly. I'm telling you because I need you to know that I understand. I understand what that driver did to your daughter. And I understand how unforgivable it is. I'm so deeply sorry for what happened to Emma. And I'm sorry for what I did to my victim. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to learn. But I know sorry isn't enough. Emma's father's hands ball into fists. You're right. Sorry isn't enough. My daughter is lying here fighting for her life because someone like you decided they were above the law. I know, Vanessa says. You're right. You're absolutely right. Emma's mother starts crying harder. Emma's father puts his arm around her. Please leave, he says. Vanessa leaves. She goes to the bathroom. She locks herself in a stall. She cries until she can't cry anymore. She cries for Emma, for Rosa, for every person she hurt with her carelessness, for the person she used to be. When she comes out, Rosa is waiting. That was hard, Rosa says. It was necessary, Vanessa says. Rosa nods. Yes, it was. Week 15, Vanessa completes her final shift. 300 hours. Every single one logged and verified. She's lost weight. She has calluses on her hands. She knows the names of 47 kids in the pediatric unit. She knows their diagnoses, their favorite colors, their fears, their hopes. The staff throws her a small goodbye party. Nothing fancy, just cake in the break room. But it means everything. You did good work, Rosa says. Real work. You should be proud. I'm grateful, Vanessa says. You taught me more in 15 weeks than I learned in 23 years. What did you learn? Rosa asks. Vanessa thinks carefully. I learned that people matter. Not money. Not status. Not connections. People. Their pain is real. Their struggles are real. Their lives are valuable. I learned that I'm not special. I'm just lucky. And lucky people have a responsibility to help people who aren't as lucky. Rosa smiles. A real smile. Then you learn the right lessons. There's something else, Vanessa says. She pulls an envelope from her bag. This is for you. Rosa opens it. Inside is a check. For $50,000. I can't accept this, Rosa says. It's not charity, Vanessa says. It's restitution. The court ordered $12,000. I want to give you more. I want you to pay off your car. Your mother's medical bills. I want you to have a cushion. Security. The kind of security I've always had. Rosa's eyes fill with tears. Vanessa, this is too much. It's not enough, Vanessa says. It will never be enough to make up for what I did. But it's a start. They hug. Really hug. Two women from completely different worlds. Connected by pain. Connected by justice. Connected by growth. 6 months later, Vanessa stands in front of a community forum. 50 people sit in chairs. They're here to hear from her. To hear her read her essay. She unfolds the pages. 5,000 words. Handwritten. Every word considered. Every sentence meant. She begins to read. My name is Vanessa Hayes. 6 months ago I committed a crime. I hit a car. I injured a person. I drove away. I lied about it. I tried to use my privilege to escape consequences. She continues. She talks about what she learned. About Rosa. About the kids in the hospital. About Emma, who eventually woke up and started her long recovery. About Marcus, who's in remission. About Lily, who's cancer-free. She talks about what privilege really means. Privilege isn't just about money, she says. It's about access. Opportunity. The benefit of the doubt. I had all of those things. I took them for granted. I thought they made me better than other people. They didn't. They just made me luckier. She talks about responsibility. With privilege comes responsibility. A responsibility to use your advantages to help others. A responsibility to see people who are different from you. A responsibility to treat everyone with dignity and respect. I failed that responsibility. But I'm working every day to do better. She finishes reading. The room is silent. Then one person starts clapping. Then another. Then everyone. They stand up. A standing ovation. Vanessa cries. Again. But these are different tears. These are tears of relief. Of gratitude. Of hope. Judge Caprio sits in the back row. He's here to observe. To make sure she completed all the requirements. He smiles. This is why he does this job. Not to punish people, but to teach them. To transform them. To give them a chance to be better. After the forum, Vanessa approaches him. Judge Caprio, she says. Thank you. For what? He asks. For putting you in jail? For making you clean hospital rooms. For seeing potential in me when I couldn't see it myself, Vanessa says. For believing I could change. For giving me a chance to become the person I should have been all along. Judge Caprio nods. You did the hard work. I just pointed you in the right direction. What happens now? Vanessa asks. Am I done? Your legal obligations are complete, Judge Caprio says. But the work of being a good person, that work never ends. You have to choose it every single day. I will, Vanessa says. I promise I will. 1 year later, Vanessa opens a non-profit organization. It's called Second Chances. The mission is to help people involved in car accidents, both victims and perpetrators. They provide financial assistance to victims, legal resources, medical care coordination, and they provide education to people who caused accidents, helping them understand the impact of their actions, helping them make amends, helping them change. Rosa serves on the board of directors. She helps guide the mission. She makes sure victims are centered, respected, heard. Marcus, the boy with bone cancer, becomes a spokesperson. He talks at schools about the importance of careful driving. Every person in a car is someone's kid, he says. Someone's friend. Someone who matters. Drive like you care about them. Emma, who survived her traumatic brain injury, shares her story too. She's still recovering. She still struggles. But she's alive. She's here. She's fighting. And Vanessa? She works at Second Chances full-time. She doesn't take a salary. She uses her trust fund to fund operations. She spends her days helping people. Really helping them. Not for recognition. Not for praise. But because it's the right thing to do. She still volunteers at Rhode Island Hospital. 1 Saturday a month. She reads to kids in the pediatric unit. She holds their hands. She tells them they're brave. She means it. Her relationship with her father is better now. He's proud of her. Actually proud. Not proud of her wealth or connections, but proud of her character, her growth, her commitment to making things right. You're a better person than I was at your age, he told her recently. You're a better person than I am now. I had a good teacher, Vanessa said. Judge Caprio. He gave you the lesson, Senator Hayes said, but you did the learning. That's all you. In his chambers at Providence Municipal Court, Judge Frank Caprio sits at his desk. It's late. Everyone else has gone home. He reviews case files for tomorrow. Parking tickets. Traffic violations. The small stuff that makes up most of his docket. He comes across a letter. It's addressed to him. The return address says Second Chances. He opens it. Inside is a handwritten note from Vanessa. She updates him on the nonprofit, on the people they've helped, on the lives they've changed. She thanks him. Again. She tells him she thinks of him as a mentor, as someone who believed in redemption. Judge Caprio smiles. He's been a judge for 40 years. He's sentenced thousands of people. Most he never hears from again. But cases like Vanessa's, these are the ones that matter. These are the ones that remind him why he does this work. He pulls out his own pen. He writes a note in the margin of her letter. Justice isn't about punishment. It's about transformation. It's about seeing the human in everyone. It's about believing that people can change. And sometimes, just sometimes, they do. He closes the file. He turns off his desk lamp. He walks to his car. Tomorrow he'll be back in court. More cases. More people. More chances to teach. To guide. To transform. Because that's what justice really is. Not revenge. Not cruelty. Not about keeping people down. It's about lifting people up. It's about giving them tools to be better. It's about believing in their potential even when they don't believe in themselves. Money can buy many things. It can buy designer clothes and luxury cars and expensive watches. It can open doors. It can smooth paths. It can make life easier. But it cannot buy back time. It cannot undo harm. It cannot erase pain. It cannot purchase respect or dignity or character. And in Judge Frank Caprio's courtroom, it definitely cannot buy justice. Because justice isn't for sale. Justice is earned. Through accountability. Through growth. Through the hard work of becoming better. Vanessa Hayes learned that lesson. The hard way. The painful way. The only way that really matters. She was a senator's daughter who thought she was above the law. She thought her privilege made her special. She thought she could hurt people and walk away. She was wrong. Judge Caprio showed her the truth. Rosa Delgado showed her the impact. The kids at the hospital showed her what really matters. And she changed. Really changed. Not because she had to, but because she wanted to, because she finally understood. That's the power of real justice. Not the kind that just punishes, but the kind that transforms. The kind that believes in second chances. The kind that sees potential in everyone. Even in a senator's daughter who crashed into a nurse's car and drove away. Even in someone who said, "Do you know who my father is?" Even in someone who seemed beyond redemption. Because nobody is beyond redemption. If they're willing to do the work. If they're willing to face the truth. If they're willing to change. Vanessa Hayes did that work. She faced that truth. She made that change. And that's why her story matters. Not because she's special, but because she's human. Just like the rest of us. Capable of terrible things. And capable of growth. Capable of transformation. Capable of becoming better than we were. That's the legacy of Judge Frank Caprio. That's the lesson of this case. That's the truth we all need to hear. Justice is for everyone. Rich or poor. Connected or unknown. Young or old. We all answer to the same rules. We all face the same consequences. We all have the same chance to learn. To grow. To change. If we're brave enough to try. If we're humble enough to listen. If we're strong enough to admit when we're wrong and work to make it right. That's justice. Real justice. The kind that changes lives. The kind that builds better people. The kind that creates a better world. One courtroom. One case. One transformed life at a time.